Alright, so the fact of the matter is that we're all horrible people, whether you'd like to admit it or not. How so? The commonality between all of us is simple. We've all blown off an unimportant, lazy work type homework assignment and not thought any more of it other than, oh well. Yes, we've all done it. And if you say you haven't, I'll ask you to stop lying to yourself. You might ask the obvious, how am I horrible just by skipping one tiny assignment? You may not think it's that big of a deal. It's just 20 questions you've done 20 times before, and you'll end up wasting 20 minutes of your own time when you could have spent that time doing something useful like keeping your world up to date by reading all 250 tweets on your feed. So there's always the argument that homework is simply a waste of time, and if so, then we can't be horrible people, because our lack of effort, entitled attitudes, and utter disrespect is justified, right? Why is it that we feel our homework isn't important? It may be that we're high school students with too much on our plate, too much on our mind, and too little time to complete it. It also may come down to the thought of, this teacher can't give me all this homework. Doesn't she know I have other things to do? Doesn't she know that this is pointless? Doesn't she know I'm too good for this? Doesn't she know? Think about that. Does the teacher know? The person who has dedicated countless hours of their life to specialize in an area of teaching for your benefit is now being questioned whether she knows if a homework assignment, 1/1000th the size of her final research project, is worth the effort. But maybe the student's right. Maybe that ego is justified. And maybe that party on Friday night really will start the moment you get home from school, erasing any time slot available for your 1 to 2 hours of homework. Maybe. But the whole education system is flawed, which may contribute to our lack of motivation. We're expected to do busy work, repetition, problem after problem after problem to train our brains to conform to the type of problems we're trying to solve. It must be that the education system is flawed, right? Isn't it apparent that this doesn't work? I mean, who would agree that doing the exact math problems you'll see on the test over and over again to the point of perfection would work? But wait, that does work, most of the time, and multiple studies have proven causality between homework and student success. So if there's a chance of it working, why not take it? Why not trust in the education system? Invest in what it's trying to do, and at least put in some effort, because how can you make progress without effort? If you don't complete those assignments, if you don't put in some of that effort, you won't achieve any progress. No work will be done, and you're disrespecting the very system set up to help you succeed. I guess in the case of the education system, it isn't a case of this doesn't work, it's a case of I should try to make this work. When we skip assignments, we tell ourselves that success can be attained without effort. Essentially, we're lying to ourselves. So maybe the education system isn't flawed. Maybe we're the ones who need to invest some time and try to make it work. So homework really doesn't seem like the problem in this situation anymore, does it? It seems like we may be the ones to blame. But where's our motivation to do it? Our final frontier against homework. We have no motivation. We shouldn't have to complete something that isn't engaging or fun, because we as students work hard in the classroom every day. We've done our fair share, and we don't have to worry about it. But ask yourself, do you want to be successful? Of course you do, as everyone else does in this room. You would love to wake up one day and think, wow, I've made it, whatever it may be. Now ask yourself another question. How many successful people have never gone the extra mile? And of course that answer is none. Let's reflect. If simply attending school is doing our fair share, then it must simply be the bare minimum. When you get home, turn on the TV, grab a snack, then sadly remember those 2 reading assignments you have, you can make a choice. You can be content with just doing the bare minimum, or you can choose to be successful and put in the effort. And this takes us back to the motivation. Be motivated that you're working towards your personal success. Take pride in the fact that you're going above the standard, and understand that homework is not just some sheet of paper. It's a way to push yourself. It's a way to train your brain to be successful. It is motivation within itself. Now, not all homework is created equal, as we all know. Some assignments can be 4 or 5 pages long, taking up multiple hours of your day, and some could be as simple as reading a short summary. I understand, though, that no matter what it is, homework can be overwhelming. But next time you do have that assignment that you know is just going to drain the life from you as your hand cramps up, think about the teacher. Think about how her day-to-day life is focused around making you better at that subject, and know that it isn't a punishment, it's a way to help you improve. Then, think about how the process works. Think about how it was built around trying to help students succeed, and how it actually might work if you simply try for once. Then, of course, think about the test you have in a week. Think about how gratifying a 97% would be. Think about the success you could achieve if you put in an hour or 2 of pure effort. And finally, think about how extremely silly it all sounds. We think this 8-inch by 11.5-inch piece of paper controls our life, when really it's a tool to make us better, and we have complete control over that.